Tuesday. Welcome to Run It Back. We are Lou Will, Boogie Cousins, Michelle Beadle. Someday, rumor is, Chandler Parsons will be back. I don't know, but we're hoping. We got a lot to get to today. We got Vernon Maxwell coming on a little bit later. I know people want to get to those fights, and we will. But let's talk a little basketball first. Thunder, it's a good one. Beat the Lakers. They hang on, 119-110. Jalen Williams, 23. That, by the way, first game back since January 17th. Isaiah Joe finished with 19 off the bench. LeBron had 22. Austin Reeves was 16. 7 assists off the bench. No Luka, no SGA, which is a bummer, Boogie, especially if you paid for your tickets. But look, the Thunder still handled the Lakers. That's what they're supposed to do. 3 legit all-stars on that OKC squad. Depth continues to be sort of their showing off, I think, to the rest of the league. Would you agree?
I agree. That's definitely one of their strengths. That's a strength that they continue to play to. And it's also a luxury to have as a contending championship team. Obviously, their star player is out in the SGA, but having that type of luxury of guys that can just continue to come off the bench and come in and punch in and have near same level production as your star that's out right now. So, that's a great luxury to have as OKC. They put that on full display. And, this team is obviously the best in the league right now, and they'll continue to be. Especially as they get closer to this post run and guys continue to get healthy. Obviously, Jalen Williams' first game back had a pretty good showing in that return, but they'll continue to get better. So I'm excited to see how the season plays out for them.
What do you think, Lou? I mean, it's kind of God, no SGA, no Luka, but you know what? They've got enough stars out there. Oh, it's fine.
Yeah, I think last night was business as usual. We've always talked about OKC being able to, play and plug guys in, especially when you have, your leading, your best guard, your MVP guard, and your leading scorer out of the game. You got other guys that can step in and fill in those gaps where you need it. Isaiah Joe had a big night. You got Caruso having a big night. Jalen Williams, he looked like he's back to form and getting over those injuries that he's been dealing with. So this is a great basketball team. They're very intentional and deliberate about how they play. They stick to their guns. A lot of their shots come from places that you can tell that they've drilled in a certain way that they play. And last night was no different against the Lakers. They have a lot of depth, a lot of different guys that can go out there and win them basketball games. And they were able to do it last night. And they've been able to do it over the course of the last 2 seasons. That's been the makeup of this team. So even with SGA and Luka out on the floor, it still was a favorable game for OKC.
I think this is why people are a little conservative when the season starts, even though OKC started out so hot and people were thinking they're going to break the record, Lou. They've obviously sort of leveled out a little bit. They've lost 2 of their last 3, no SGA. But I'm wondering if we throw the standings up there, if you would think that maybe somebody else by the time this bad boy is over can overtake the top spot. And yeah, Spurs are 3.5 games back. They do have the tiebreaker. Nuggets 6.5 games back. What do you think?
No, I think they're still in the driver's seat. As far as the regular season record goes, I think that was a goal that we as outsiders set for them. We've never heard them say that was something that they were trying to do or something they were trying to accomplish. That's a tall task to ask. And even in the year that Golden State went out and did it, they didn't win a championship that year. So, it's a great record to have, but if you look at it that way, it's kind of taboo, right? It's like, do I really even want to scratch the surface of having that record? So that's something that we've set for these guys on the outside looking in. But to me, it looks like a team that's, they do have championship aspirations again, but now they know what it takes to get there. Now they know that, listen, we can work on some of our weaknesses during the season, not put as much pressure on us to be perfect, but come playoff time, we have another level and we have another switch that we can tap into, and I think OKC is moving like that. Also, they're a team this year that's dealing with some adversity. They've had SGA in and out of the lineup. Caruso has been in and out of the lineup. Hardenstein has missed some time. My guy Chet has missed some time. Obviously, Jalen Williams has missed some time. They've dealt with some adversity this season that they haven't dealt with, and with that comes adjustments. I think they've adjusted. They went through, the rigors of going through a losing streak and adjusting to different teams, playing them in different ways and getting everybody's best shots. But they're still 3.5 games up on everybody. So to me, that says this is still a strong team, still the best team in the Western Conference with everything they're still dealing with and being able to win quality basketball games starting with last night. So
I agree with everything Lou said. They are in the driver's seat. You know, they are the team to beat. And you know, like we keep speaking on the luxury of having so much depth. That's part of the reason they are in such a comfortable situation. That's part of the reason why they can go through the adversity that they've gone through this season, as far as in and out of the lineups due to injury, um, and still, you know, keep things afloat, still be a dominant team, and carry that number one in the West. So all of those factors play into that. And but in the hindsight of things, I do think there's one threat in the West, and that is the Spurs. As far as
What? Say
I
it
know you
again,
love to hear
Boogie.
that.
Say it again. Please let me hear it.
And the reason I say that is because they're somewhat identical as far as having the depth, having a great mixture of young and veteran guys. You can count on a guy like Harrison Barnes to come in and win games for you, even at this point in his career, and that's a luxury that also the Spurs have. So, if there is a threat to take number one in the West, the only team that stands out for me is the Spurs.
Who'da thunk that? By the way, this did happen over the weekend, Lou. I know it's been a minute, but the KD return over the weekend, they were still booing him in that building.
Everything.
I know it's kind of look. I am petty.
I like it. You know what we
and I
call
love to
that,
boo.
Beetle? We call
What do
it
we call it?
standing on business. Remember we were giving you a crash course of standing on business?
Yeah, I
The
remember.
OKC fan base, they've decided they're going to stand on business when it comes to Kevin Durant.
Dang, I thought we loved Kevin Durant. All right, honestly, I'm not mad at him.
Sure
I mean, they
I'm
still
sure
boo
he has
Kawhi.
love there too, but you know the boos get a little louder sometimes.
It's kind of crazy to me. It's still going. Boogie, why are you shaking your head? It's
I
kind of
don't
funny.
understand it, man. I don't understand.
It's been a while.
It's 10 years. Like, it's
Yeah,
been
I
a
mean, if I think about
decade.
an ex from 10 years ago, I still don't like him. Like, I kind of get that.
Yeah, but that's a bit psychotic as well.
Well, that's
If
what
a
I
But you
person
know,
is on your mind 10
it's a
years,
style of breakup too. It's a style.
But
You know, we
it's
all
not
got
that they're
that. We
on
all
your
got that
mind.
one ex that we still cordial with. Might talk to once every 6, 7, 8, 9 months, and then you got that one ex that it don't matter if y'all ever speak again. It's cool.
That's
It's
fair.
obviously cool. Yeah.
And by the
when it
way,
comes to,
Boogie,
like,
in defense of people who might be a little psychotic, it's not that they're on your mind, but when you put them right in front of you, you're like, oh, yeah, no, I don't like you. I forgot.
yeah,
right?
yeah, there you go.
I take it as a sign of respect, because it's been
Yes.
plenty guys that come in and out of that franchise, and only one is receiving that type of reaction. So it's got to be some form of greatness for your approach to be that every time a person comes through. So I take it as a
Russ
sign
gets
of
love. Russ gets nothing but
Yeah.
love.
respect. Yeah.
Well, you know, we got to call a
It ain't,
spade a
it's
spade.
not much of a difference between love and hate.
Yeah.
So, you know, you can say
You got to
what you
call a
want.
spade a spade. I think the only reason it's like this because he went and joined the team that eliminated them the prior season. I think that's the only reason that some of these fans still have that energy. But at this point, y'all got to let it go. KD is far removed. Russ is far removed. You guys got a championship from a completely different crop of
That's fair.
guys. Like bury the hatchet and get over
Yeah.
that.
That's fair. You did go and find the love of your life. So, okay. You know what? Maybe I'm against the booing this time. Maybe. Before we get over to the Lakers side, and we will, I want to show y'all something, Boogie. It's a little video here that I'd like you to explain to me. What's going on here? Oh no. No. Oh, and then there's that guy. Okay. What?
Hey, man, that's
feel
just
things.
an old man having fun
Yeah.
at work, man. You got to find
Oh.
an hour before every game, which is whatever. But he
Okay.
would just brush his hair for like 30 minutes before the game. Like, that was his routine. Just sit in the mirror and just brush his hair.
That's
Every
kind of
single game.
manic.
There
That
you
might
go
be,
hating on the hair again, Boogie. There you go hating on hair again. Don't start that.
We-
now.
Hey, you know what? You might be right, Lou. I think we figuring it out.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, this is like There's a theme here, guys. It happened before with the show. It's fine. It's an inside joke.
Anybody with some good hair around me is automatically a op. It is what
I
it
agree.
is.
Hey, Beetle, but I
100.
tell you what, in the back though, what'll surprise you is it's a lot of quirky things going on. Every individual guy is in his own world, and everybody has something that's considered weird to somebody else. Everybody, I promise you. Like,
Did you do something?
I used to scream at the top of my lungs right before I walked out of the locker room. Like, just scream, just to wake my body up, because I knew it was gonna be almost a whole quarter before I go in the game. Like, so
Like a primal, like like one of those, like
no, a literal like just to
that's
just to get my blood flowing, and then like a psychopath, I would scream, and then I would gather myself, and I'm ready to go. That was it, you know. But I know some some guys that they read books and do everything's going on.
Get that anxiety out. I feel it.
Reading would not be it. I feel like reading's too calming. Was Tony, by the way, is Tony Douglas ring a bell? Would that maybe have
Tony
been
Douglas. That's my guy.
Look at that research
Tony
department.
Yeah, that's my homeboy.
ATL.
Yeah.
Well done. Boogie, did you do anything
That's what's
pregame,
up.
or did you just like show up for work?
Say that again.
You had to have done something, because I mean, I would have never guessed.
I was a cold tub guy. You know, I would get in the cold tub before every game, shock your nervous system, kind of wake you. Similar to what Lou is doing, you know, kind of wakes your body up. So cold tub for me.
Okay, fair enough. I tried that on my face this morning, so that might be something new we can
You
talk
can
about.
time me down to the minute on game days, Beetle. Everything is timed for me on game days.
I agree.
That's crazy. God, I don't have any routines.
Down
I got to
to
work on that.
Down to the minute.
Everything's like down to the minute.
I do like that.
If it's off a little bit, it'll throw your whole day off.
Throw your whole day
I know.
off if something's off. Throw your whole.
I've noticed, like, when the
off.
rim broke during those like that, it made everyone just like crazy, because it threw off warm-ups, it threw off the start of the game, it threw off everything.
That
It's
routine
kind of crazy
is
to watch.
important. That routine is very important.
Guys,